The film I picked is the 2019 film Parasite, which was directed by Bong Joon-ho and edited by Yang Jin-mo. Although Yang Jin-mo did not win the Academy Award for Best Editing for his work on Parasite, he did earn critical appraisal and recognition, including an American Cinema Editors Award for Best Edited Dramatic Feature Film in 2020. The film itself has been nominated for a total of 330 awards and winning 197 of them, most notably winning for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best International Feature Film at the 92nd Academy Awards. Parasite went on to make history as it became the first South Korean film to receive Academy Award recognition, as well as the first non-English language film to win Best Picture at the Academy Awards. The scene I will be breaking down is the highly emotional flood scene, which is nothing short of brilliant as it very effortlessly showcases the film's primary theme of class division. 2/3 into the movie, there is an unrelenting rainstorm. As the Kim family struggles to return home, they find their semi-basement apartment flooded from a combination of the rain and sewage water. Amidst the chaos, they rush to salvage what they can before everything is lost. Additionally, this scene is being paralleled with the married couple they trap in the basement of their employer's house to show the additional consequences of the wife's death. Let's take a look.
아, 이게 뭐야?
왜 그냥 있어요? 여기 똥물이야, 똥물. 창문이 열려 있었나고. 이거 좀 도와줘. 야, 내가 그래. 기호야. 야, 기호야. 창문 닫아, 창문.
아주 좋아.
가만히 있어봐. 가만. 아씨 어지럽네.
기정아, 조심해. 이게 아무거나 만지지 마.
여보, 나 확실히 내진 땅인가 봐. 당신이 안 보여. 여보, 충성이 언니가 진짜 좋은 분인데 나를 발로 확 밀었어. 나 따라해봐. 충성.
야, 기호야. 뭐하냐 거기서? 어?
The theme of the scene, and of the overall film, is to show the juxtaposition of social and economic clash between the rich and the poor. This is evident when we compare the preceding sequence showing us how the rich Park family sees the storm as nothing but a mild inconvenience as it just canceled their weekend plans. For the Kim family, however, the ultimate psychological implication is the overwhelming feeling of hopelessness. The Kim family, who has constantly experienced instability and uneasiness while being poor, has hit the absolute rock bottom as the flood takes everything away from them. This can be seen by showing how Ki-taek is framed with his head barely above the water as he leaves his destroyed home in the final moments of the scene. While the Kim's semi-basement and neighborhood felt real, it turns out it was entirely built on a water tank. This allowed for the flooding sequence to take place on the very last day of shooting without damaging any of the actual buildings. Additionally, director Bong Joon-ho disclosed that the sewage water was actually nothing more than mud face masks that were dissolved in the water, which he claims were very healthy and good for the actors' skins. This scene smoothly utilizes 3 editing styles to help deliver the emotional and thematic impact of the flood. Objective editing is used for the majority of the scene to show the audience the destructive power of the flood and the Kim family salvaging what little they can. Subjective editing is used to show us how Ki-young knows it's hopeless and decides to smoke a cigarette. This can be further understood by the little soft melody that is emphasized while she sits on top of the toilet. Additionally, Gwen-se is desperately trying to help his wife, Moon Wang, from dying, but can't as he was tied up by the King family. This psychological tragedy sets up Gwen-se to take revenge on the King family. These shots are made important by the way Moon Wang's last words are edited together as Ki-woo picks up the Scholar Rock. The POV on the rock, as well as an objective shot of the lights flickering on Ki-woo, serve as a tool to foreshadow a pivotal moment later in the film revolving around Ki-woo. The camera in this scene pans, tilts, and dollies as we follow the Kims to guide our eyes and take in everything just as they did in real time. By doing this, we experience firsthand the hopeless situation that the Kim family is in. This scene also utilizes continuity editing to smoothly combine shots from 3 different timelines that drive the story forward. Additionally, there is plenty of coverage to help provide different angles of the action and conflict that is happening in this scene. When it comes to shot sizes, the scene mostly uses wide shots to help show the destructive damage the flood has created. However, medium shots and close-ups are utilized to show the hopelessness and sadness the Kim family feels as they can't do anything to save their home. Over-the-shoulder shots are used with Wen-se from his trapped perspective, and medium shots and close-ups are also used to help show the fear and desperation in his eyes. The way this scene was cut left us to interpret the images on our own except for one very specific cut. By showing us Moon Wang throwing up on the toilet and then immediately cross-cutting to the sewage water coming out of the Kim's toilet, the shots are manipulated to tell us how the death of Moon Wang and her blood will explode all over the Kim's family later in the film. The editing is invisible for the majority of the scene, however, by utilizing cross-cutting in certain shots, like in the throwing up example, it calls attention upon these shots to establish their importance. The rhythm of the cutting begins slow and becomes faster as the scene develops. The average shot length of this scene, coming in around 6.93 seconds, it's a bit smaller than that film's average shot length of 8.3 seconds. By speeding up the rhythm, our senses become overloaded and we cannot help but feel the Kim's family overwhelming hopelessness, as well as Wen-se's growing desperation. The key shot of this scene is the wide shot of Ki-young sitting on top of the exploding toilet, smoking a cigarette at 2:01. This single shot perfectly encapsulates the feeling of despair the Kim family feels as their home is being destroyed in front of their very own eyes, but can't do anything to prevent it from happening. The narrative fulcrum is Moon Wang's death at 2:27, because her death sets in motion the horrific events of the film's final moments. Time is linear and condensed for the majority of the scene, with one critical exception. The editor uses slow-mo to go from Moon Wang's last words to the Scholar Rock to give us time to establish the rock's importance moving forward. Overall, I really enjoyed the editing style that was used throughout this scene. It really establishes the mood from the beginning, and the fast rhythmic editing works perfectly to build the dramatic tension. The most important aspect throughout the whole movie is the story and the interactions between all 3 of the families. Parasite's reflection of reality makes it fall entirely into realism as it highlights how class division works and the drastic differences between the rich and the poor. I love that Parasite's success, as well as director Bong Joon-ho's success, is opening the eyes of many to international cinema, with myself included. There are so many more unique and entertaining stories out there that provide wonderful examples of different cinematic tools and themes for us to experience. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.